Hello. How you guys doing? How was your week? This past week was eventful, to say nothing else. Jojo Bridgewater, out of us. How you doing? Welcome. That's loud. Yeah. So today, I do want to do some audio work, and I can already see that that's. I don't have my light on. Hang on. I forgot a light. There, I gotta fix it. All right. So I do want to screw around with some audio stuff today. I'll just attach, make sure I'm not. Oh, come on, really? Look at that. Over to this one. Okay. Yes, I do want to work on some audio stuff today. Not like song stuff, but sound effect kind of things, right? That's what I'm gonna aim for today, anyway. Yeah. So we're gonna try out some of that stuff. I've already got some audio stuff in there. Well, so I've got the engine in there, right? I have one spot where there's a sound effect and a very simple song on repeat. Excuse me. Jamaica, how you doing? So I'll probably disable the song for now and figure out some sound effect things, right? Because there's a lot of different things I want to use the sound effects for. So we're gonna play around with that a little bit today, I think. So, but yeah, how was everyone's week? This week was certainly eventful. Fucking Jesus. Yeah, Shoujo fucking imploding the other day over what? Over 2 days, it completely imploded. Work was a fucking mess, completely. It's part of why I was late. Well, I stayed late a little bit at work, but got an email in response after first short interview with HR. Mail started with apologies for it. Well, oh well. This is more of a sounds more of a disappointing email or than a interesting one. Unless they're saying, like, apologies for the delay or something like that. Is that what it is? Taking a bit longer for the feed. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is evil. Why would they start an email where, like, okay, we're continuing with, I'm sorry. Huh? No. Shut up. What? All in the same line. Did your email give you like a little preview that it only said apologies for? I assume you read past that. Jeez. Okay, so did my sister stream roller coaster today? Right. Quick, please put into a sponsor. No! I don't have any sponsors. Thank you for 77 months. Holy shit. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. All right, where's my reset? A Twitch. Okay, fair. Okay, so I want to init, but I don't want to play anything. What? Undo. Huh? What the hell did I change here? Anyway, it will let me. Okay. All right, so disable that. So I don't want to play any music. We've got that stuff. Where actually are these sounds? Do I have them in here somewhere? Not in there. If I were to get the job, I'd be moving to the city with the third largest Japanese community in Europe. Oh. You even got a little Tokyo part of the city center. Nice. I don't know where that is. I don't know which city you're talking about, rather. I know where Tokyo is, but that's not in Europe, so I don't know. That'll help me too much. Okay. Where did I put this shit? I should probably give you an include, right? Where includes? Scores, utils. All right, because it's going to be in a different bank. Menu, mode menu, basic menu, options, menu, practice, screen stuff, page audio. Okay. Oh, there you go. So they're going to be from in here somewhere. So this guy. Sounds. Fair. Yeah, okay. Ended Japan Day. Oh. Mention the interview process. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, so this is the sound data, by the way. A lot simpler than the music data. A lot simpler than music data. It basically like compiles down to straight bytes. I think it sends to the it can queue up instead of doing the whole like what's it? The whole no, not that. This one. All this nonsense with the instruments and all that kind of crap, right? This is all generated, by the way. So we will be playing around with the program, mostly playing on the program that does all this stuff. Excuse me. So much shit. But so there's a few places we want to figure out what things we want to play. So, I am going to want an enum for these. Do I have an export? Set no wrap. So this doesn't like give me names for anything, does it? That's unfortunate. Famous Studio. It's not the one I wanted. Can I open? No, okay, I want to bring this over here, number one, because I want you to see the rest of my folders. Down, where's N? There's N. Okay, I can show you this now. Tetris. Audio. SFX. Open. Okay. How many hours outside of work hours do you dedicate to the code grind? Big Blaster, how you doing? It depends. It depends on how work goes. If work is rough, like it was this past week, the only time I'm coding outside of work is like on stream, right, here. But on slower or less stressful / chaotic weeks at work, yeah, it depends. Depends. Like sometimes I might like have a project that I want to do outside of work, and I'll work on that. But depends. So the Twitch notification checked out. Stream for a couple secs. It's accidentally got gifted a sub there. Whoops. Yeah, I've gotten a bunch of random gift subs for different things. Yeah, gift sub expired. I got a gift sub 21 days ago to someone else. Last month, I got one from gift sub to Vettel, expired. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll get again. I'll get a bunch of them too. I wonder if that's on purpose as part of the gift alley. Instead of that's honestly my thought. Is oh they've stopped by, so you know the whole like gifting to the community or whatever, right? So I bet you a bunch of those are gifts to people that have stopped by once or twice, and they're encouraging to come back, right? Yeah, sneaky bastards. I was wanting to grind out code to become a god. Whatever, the energy after work. Yeah, a lot more work hours. Office-y stuff, boring. So my, God, what I have to do at work, I did a lot of it today, actually. What I have to do at work is software archaeology, right? Which basically boils down, oh shit, it went tits up. Why? How do I fix it? Oh God. That was today. I bailed on 2 separate meetings this morning. I joined the first one. The first one was like the weekly programmer meeting, whatever the hell, right? And I was there for maybe 60 seconds. I'm like, hey guys, I can't stay. Big Bank is on fire. Metaphorically this time. Metaphorically. I can't stick around. I gotta go and fix it. Okay, bye. And then an hour and a half later, I text my boss, hey, so this other meeting for this other thing? Yeah, I'm not gonna make that because I'm still fixing the Big Bank thing. So then we got that fixed and working around like noon. It was normally this runs at like 8 in the morning. In fact, I got a phone call this morning at like 8:30 being like, hey, so reports didn't come out for this job. Actually, it was like 8, quarter after 8, I think, like 8:15, right? So I log on at home after I start up my coffee and take a shit. I log in at home and I go, oh, it's not just the reports, there's no print files. Something went awry. So I call the guy up. I call the data ops guy up. Who's covering for the normal person. I go, hey, so it's not just the reports. Something else went sideways. Don't do anything else. Between then and when I arrived at work, 20-minute drive or so, another file came in. He saw and tried to run it. And that crashed. And I'm like, I'm going to strangle you, buddy. You don't listen. Told you not to run that. Never so bad it's not good for something, even if it's getting anything. Yeah. But yeah, so we got that like running around noon, right? And then, the reason I thought I'd be late tonight, at 4:45, I found out, oh, by the way, that job that ran this morning that we had all the issues with, yeah, so there are 56 items missing from that job. I beg your motherfucking pardon? Why am I finding out about that at 15 minutes to 5 on Friday? Fuck you. So I got out of there like 5:45, I think. 5:30, 5:45. I have to actually figure out what's wrong with that on Monday. But yeah, software archaeology. Like, oh shit, why didn't this happen? Why did this happen? What the hell? What? By the way, what? Turns out the issue in the morning. So past me, 6+ months ago, started to make changes in test. Now, unfortunately, with this program, it runs different in live and test because fuck you, of course it does. Why wouldn't it? That'd be too easy if it didn't. So there's certain things that it skips over in test, right? So when you run a test, it's just because how it's set up for one of them. for one thing, it skipped over. So how it's set up, it doesn't do it. Because it's like saving the input file. It works differently in test. And another part of it was like decrypting a file that is ignored in test, right? So it never broke in test. And then the other day, the ancient one, the old guy that knows this program like inside and out, he had made a change in test, and he had asked me before if I was working on anything in this program. I go, no, I wasn't working on anything. No, completely forgetting about the code that was there from 6, 7, 8, 12 months ago. So he made his changes in test, tested them, they worked fine, and then copied the test source file into live, compiled it, didn't get any compiler errors, and went, we good. And then it silently started to fail. I didn't realize this until today. Yesterday, it didn't run correctly. Well, entirely. And then today, it shat itself and died. So thanks, Passme. You guys in yes. Aiden, by the way, Hard Bass. Welcome. Yeah, so the data that we operate on, the data that we process, for this specific customer is a bank. This run produced 4,000 some odd checks, bank checks. Yeah, so we need to secure those files. Janu, how you doing? Am I saying that right? Janu? Hopefully. Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, the chat kind of like disappears after a little while, so that might be why it looks like there's no one there. But welcome. There's nothing that recently happened where someone got their AI artificial idiot to delete their entire. I heard about that. Deleted the entire prod database. Whoops. You didn't need that, right? Not important. Surely. Right. So okay, so I've got these, right? So anyway. So these sounds, the songs, and it was sorry. Okay. These names, I kind of want to know if they are, but they're not. They're local. God damn it. That's unfortunate. Is this music or the whole game? So what I'm gonna work on today is sound effects, not the songs, the music, because I am kind of tone deaf when it comes to that. What I can do though is sound effect typey things, right? So that's what this program is for, and that's what the middle pane is. This middle pane is the sound effects that I've currently got programmed, if you want to call it that. The rest of the stuff is all assembly. This is the assembly of the game that I'm working on. It is a modern version of Tetris on the NES. So if I find my controller and get it hooked up, give me a second to turn on my Bluetooth and see if this has any battery life left in it. There it goes. Connect that. Can't blame him. It's the best tool ever. It was always me. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, I almost never need to use Get Blame because, yeah, it was me. Surprise. I fucked it up. Oh, shit. Example of why you need something like it. Yeah, so changes that can contract easier and possibly temporarily move to change something else. Yeah, so that would have, I don't want to say alleviated. That would have avoided the issue this morning. However, this program is ancient and is set up in such a way that is difficult to isolate, right? Keep the kill screen. Unfortunately, I'm not. So I'll give you a preview of what I've actually got here so far. But yeah, so code and like data tables and shit are strewn all over the file system, right? And they're all needed and fucking hard coded into the program, right? So is it possible to isolate it to a single directory tree? Yes. Is that straightforward? No. So I haven't been able to actually do that yet. But one of these days. So need to use get blame, even though I know it was something that I wrote. That is true. There have been a few times where I've done that. Yeah. Make my blood boil. Yeah, I had one of the VPs come up to me yesterday. He grabbed me and went over to my coworker. And they're like, "This isn't gonna fly. We need to fix this." And I'm like, "The fuck you on about?" They were talking about a job that took forever to rip on the to render on the printers, like legitimately like 8 hours to render these things on the printers. And they're freaking out about, I don't know, combining files or reports or some shit. And I'm like, whoa, back up, stop, back the fuck up. What the hell are you on about? And I still don't know what the fuck they were on about. But they're like, oh yeah, we've got this other program thing to combine print files. And I'm like, fucking why? Well, because, no, shut up. Why? There was one day where it was taking like 8, 10, 12 hours to render these fucking files, right? So I took those files without any modification from the old shitty Xerox, threw them at the Canon, and the Canon went, I got this. 20 minutes later, all fucking 20 goddamn files are done. Combined files, my ass. That wouldn't even fix it on the old... The next day, my boss comes to me, because my coworker had gone to him earlier that morning. My boss comes to me, he's like, what is this? And I go, I don't know. I told him to go pound sand. Because he's thinking about like 6 months from now, and I'm thinking about tomorrow. It's like, don't worry, I didn't listen to him. I ain't doing any of that. He goes, okay, good, because he needs to let me manage my own people. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh. But anyway, so as far as the ROM, this is Tetris, but it brings in most of the modern Tetris features. You'll notice I have a hold piece. I've got correct colors for all of the pieces. I've got combos and the whatnot. I've got a bag system. It's a 7-bag system. So every 7 pieces, you're guaranteed to get one of every single piece. I've got T-spins in here. It's the SRS spin or SRS rotation system. RS in that stands for rotation system, doesn't it? So something rotation system. Point is, that's still oh well, it's not actually broken, I guess, kind of half broken. Point is, yeah, modern features. Got the hard drop, right? A little bit of shake there. Yeah, it's nice. I got high scores. Yeah, game over. Yep. I soft locked it somehow, which is cool. That's not supposed to be soft locked there. I guess I gotta fix that. Shit. God damn it. How did I break that? How did I turn off the IRQ? I turned off the goddamn IRQ and it's waiting for IRQ. Okay, well. I've got a bunch of different game modes. How you doing, Luke? Things like some practice stuff where you can practice doing T-spins like that. All right. Whoa! Look at that. What else? Yeah, single block mode, right? And the high scores for all these things, by the way. I was supposed to get here, and well, those actually might be right. I was supposed to get here, like enter a name and then get here or whatever. All right, continue. Need to continue. IRQ dead. Yeah, right. Crickets. And then I've also got multiplayer mode, in which I can send garbage to the other player. So let me set something up here real quick. So this is going to send a piece over to the other player. So you can see we already got one of those. Got timed out. Now once that hits the ground, bam! Can send garbage. Woo! So that's new. New to the NES anyway. Whoop, whoop. And there, and then put that there, and there, and there. And this is going to send a few more. And time out. Good. And then some more. And then some more. Once that hits the bottom, bam. And then after that one times out, beautiful. And then I've also got, win-lose kind of thing going on there. But, okay, that one's not broken. Cool. But yeah, so that's what I've got so far. There are still some minor tweaks I want to do for some game mode stuff. But today I'm gonna be working on some audio. A speed counter to the side? What do you mean a speed counter? All right. Let's first fix that game over thing. Dead. Transition, update block. Okay. Set NMI, wait for IRQ, disable IRQ, and then wait for it. NMI! Damn it. Disable IRQ, then wait for it. Fuck. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. Was that really? Oh, that's... I can fast forward. Oh my god, I know I can fast forward. Oh, the keybind. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's better. That's better. We're going to go ahead and commit that real quick. It's the only thing in there. Commit. Fix. Single player game over. The transition, I think it's called, right? Well, oh. Dead transition. Routine. Disabled IRQ. And then immediately waited for IRQ to fire, which it never did. Changed it to wait for NMI instead. Speed linked to the level? Yes, speed is linked to the level, which is already shown. Yep. In one player mode. And in two player mode, the speed doesn't change. Yes. So in two player mode, it's stuck on the slowest speed. But that doesn't mean you can't like soft drop it or hard drop it or whatever, right? Yeah. The win text does not touch the borders of the playfield, but the lose text does. Oh, I know. And I'm not changing that. Lose has more letters than win. So it's fine. That's fine. But yeah, so I... okay, well, I don't have a... There we go. But W is wider. Which one is it? I want date modify. I want that. Tiles 4? I mean, I know. I understand. The I is thinner. Yeah, exactly. W isn't 2 letters wide, you know, so whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, there's other things to worry about, right? Like, what the hell did I change in Maine? Oh. That's literally it. Okay. Okay. So, we're going to make that. We're going to reload... Nope. Reload this. And we're actually going to pause the music for a while. Pause that. And re-enable the audio. Enable audio. Okay. So, you shouldn't hear anything yet. I don't think I like that for that, but placeholder. It's fine. Here's a smoke in the motherfucker. As soon as I wanted to go home, the sky opened up and it just downpoured. Then I get in my car and I leave the parking lot and suddenly the rain stops. Ah! So mad. Sounds like audio's dying. Again, it's just placeholder, okay? That's Oh, that's not even the same sound. Which one is this? Wow, okay. Ooh. Scrolling is weird. And why is it like zooming when it should be zoom? Oh my god, whatever. Give me that pattern. Okay. What is this one? Garbage, I guess. Menu select change. That's this one here. Ah. Yeah. Clear. I have it set to this. It won't repeat. Actually, you know what? Let me just turn that off. It's like mode. It won't repeat, but yeah. It rains only when you're outside in it. Yeah. When it can be rained on, waits to ambush the predator to hit you. Like an ambush predator. Yeah. Bastard. Okay, so I believe I have audio s clear. Okay, I do have it clear. All right, so we're gonna go over to here. No, we're gonna go over to game.inc and then state clear. And first frame of the clear, we're going to load up one JSR over to SFX play. That'll queue it up basically. Now this is a not that. This is a what's it? A helper function. Where the hell did I actually put that though? I put that somewhere. Not yet. grep fs sfx play, because I am okay. That is in menu. I want to go to main. There it is. So these are all springboards essentially to basically change banks. So pushes some registers, change banks, and then wait a minute. Oh, yeah, yeah. Then goes to the trampoline, right? Does some stuff. Pops the registers after. Oh, yeah. So loads up where it wants to go. Look up, right? Changes some banks. JSR to the jump. That's what I was missing right there. Let's go doing that, and then it comes back and all that. I'm using all the same audio channel for all the sound effects for now, only because it's just placeholder stuff. I think I've got them. Well, this one's on square one. This one's on the noise. Yeah, square one. Places on square one. Noise. I'm probably gonna keep them on the top, honestly. Not with the MC5 stuff, although I do think I need to turn that on. What the hell is that? Expansion. Mumuk 5. There we go. So I have access to those channels at the very least. Yeah. Yeah, so this handles all of the bank change stuff. Because I have the audio engine in the same bank allocation, kind of the same bank area as the utility stuff. So I swapped that out, and then the actual audio data is on one of the larger banks. Like Wave, very poorly. Very poorly. Okay. We're going to come over to here and see if the clear actually works. Oh, that broke. That broke. Oh my God. Where am I? I am waiting for an IRQ. Was an IRQ disabled? I've got to re-enable the IRQ every fucking time, don't I? Where, Go to location. Nope. Go to location there. At the very bottom. Okay, so at the very bottom, oh boy. But I don't know which IRQ because the main game and the other one are different. Which actually is fine. I just need to clear the IRQ disable flag? Is that set even? The hell is that actually? Interrupt flag seems to be clear. So IRQ does happen. Go to the IRQ. Bit that. Branch plus. Does the IRQ. We're going to jump over that. Pull A, put it on Y, pull A, put it on X, pull A. Return from interrupt. Increment that. Bit that. It's not plus. Take garbage bar. Yeah, it doesn't do that. Wait, we're in the garbage state? Wait a minute. What the fuck? Shake stuff. Garbage can to compare that. Branch equal over there. No. Game states. Game state of... Point of what? Okay. 84D0. What happened? Where am I? Oh, right here. Yes, we're going to jump to that. State clear. Okay, what is happening here? SFX play. We're going to just jump into this. So we're going to push A, push X and Y. Then we're going to load A, go to the trampoline, ASL it, put it in X. Hit the functions, put that address pointer 4. Pointer 4 is not clobbering anything, right? Load the low bank. Push it. Load up 1. Put that into the low bank. Pull it. Start in the low bank. Okay, so that swaps which low bank we're on. Or the saved low bank, rather. So yeah, we saved we saved that, and we jumped over to bank 2 or bank 1, I suppose, right? It's like the high bank. That's the C1000 bank. That one's a static. Pull A. I could probably just clobber all that stuff, actually. Yeah, AX, Y, all those things I can just clobber, because the JSR into the engine is going to clobber it anyway. Clears the channel. Okay. Loads up some stuff, returns. That's all that does. That just preps it. Set the high bank, set that back. Load up the low bank, set that back. RTS. Load A. Y is clobbered. Y is clobbered. Yes. Okay, that's good. All right, I need to back up Y. Transfer Y to A. Push A. Pull A. Transfer A to Y. Make. Really need to keep A, but yeah, may not need X and Y. Make. Over here, reload. You restore Y after the engine call. Yeah. Yeah. Reload that. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, well, that's going to be cool. I wasn't paying attention. Cool. So now I got to figure out how to make this jive. That's neat. Okay. It's too slow, number 1, and I don't really like that noise. I don't like that noise for that. Ah! It didn't even do it there! Ah! Ah! Come on, really? What? 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 State clear. It queues it. The engine should be running. Let's re-enable the that song, the test song for now. Oh God! So I can tell if it's, you know, if it's crapped out. What? I don't understand. Is that an emulator thing? Does a song over this is it a device for, it shouldn't, no. Nope. Oh, no, I want bin. Good. Okay. What? Thank you, FCUX, for not doing any of this correctly. I appreciate that. What? I don't even know what tiles it's grabbing there. Huh? Does this emulator not do MMC5 correctly? I guess. I don't know. Hang on. Hang on. Again. I'm gonna turn on over here, not for stream though, because I can't actually hear that. Okay. So far, so good. Maybe I should have started with the drop sound. Nope, not there either. What the fuck? Why? It did work. What the hell happened? I don't understand. That wasn't the right spot for that. I don't get it. I don't... Oh my God. Oh! We had something. What the shit? that one then. Nope. Nope. Oh my god. What gives? What gives? I don't understand. I don't understand. It is ID, I think, right? Did they do the sounds at all? One of them was glitchy, but the rest of them, no. No, I want this guy. Sound effect index. Offset of sound effect channel should be. Ooh. Okay, I need to clear out X. No, that's not gonna work. This one. There it is. That was it. I didn't do it right. That's all it was. Is I just didn't read. That's cool. It's working now. I already hate that sound. So that's gonna have to change, number one. Okay, so that was the issue. That's cool. Over here, reload that. And now I can undo that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that tells me that I need to redo my, or not redo, but I need to tweak my my trampoline function. In, where's that, main? This shit. Push regs. Or rather, I don't even need to change the trampoline shit. I just need to keep in mind that X means something. Now. Tin Spin, how you doing? Okay, so for the clear, I kind of want to go the other way and faster. So that has to be significantly faster. Well, maybe not significantly, but like delete note, delete note. I'm going to save that. Export. SFX code. List include. We're going to do that too. On top of this one. Yep. Yes. Okay. Audio sfx.s and list inc. Okay. Okay. You're doing? Oh boy. What is this? Chat 64. Unable to connect. You're no work. Do I gotta go through my proxy for that? It no work. Old HTTP. Can I force it to? Oh, there it goes. Ooh. Hello. I like the tangle of wires and circuit boards up there. Nice. I have no idea what that is, by the way. I have no idea what that is. Free spaghetti. Gotta love the spaghetti. All right, so this I'm actually going to load up SFX underscore SFX underscore clear. Why? Oh, because that's what I named it. Whatever. Make. Cool. Undo that. Okay. Make. Oh, because I don't include it anywhere. Whatever, it's fine. Okay. Wi-Fi. Ooh. Wi-Fi and chat software. Nice. Thank you for that file. Appreciate that. I probably should have started with like the hard drop sound. Was that fast enough? Kind of missed it. Oh, Needs to be even shorter. One. Come on. Really? Delete note. No. Delete note. Save. Export. SFX. I need to like automate that somehow. Yes. Can I do that on the command line? Because that'd be cool. I want to put this in a make file, damn it. I seem to remember that there was something for that, but I don't remember exactly what. Format spec. What the fuck is this? Uh-huh. Interesting. Envy Arcade, how you doing? Thanks for tipping. Yeah, no worries. Oh, thanks for being here. All right, well, I'm not going to worry about that now. Okay, so, reload. Let's see how short that is now. It's short enough. I feel like I'm not building in... Well, okay, no, delete that. Can you cooperate? Delete. Delete. For some reason, the delete key doesn't work. Okay. That's all it should be. Let's see. Save. Export. SFX. All those. Yup. On top of that, overwrite yes. Okay, shortened it. Make. Watch, I'm probably importing the wrong fucking file. Watch. Watch. Oh, no, I am. Okay, it is the right file. All right. I wasn't expecting that, actually. Brip, brip. Okay, so it can probably be like, what, 3 notes? Size of 3 notes? That's not where I should have put that. Is it channel argument linked to which hardware channel it plays on? Square I don't think so. I think it's the I think it does like prioritizing for like sound effects if you play more than one at a time on the same channel, right? That's your background? No, I'm not doing that. Yeah. So it's like a virtual channel, more or less. Okay, so I want to actually go the other direction. And whoop, let's add another note right there. Whoop, that's like that. That's not, no! Why the fuck does delete not do shit? Play no. It needs to be this instrument, because this is the one. No, what? With one of the arpeggiators? No. There. Okay, that's the wrong arpeggiator. I keep hitting delete. This one? And it's also the wrong note. That, or instrument rather. So that instrument, like that. That sounds terrible, but let's see if it's the right size, the right length. Yes, over right. Yep, thank you. Okay. Give me 1 second. Actually, let me check on something real quick. Hang on. Bear with me while I check something. All right. It's about my the package, the alcohol I was supposed to be getting from Japan that never showed, that got returned and turned around at the Japanese border. Bastards. I should have the those workbooks soon though. Those workbooks should be here. I think they tried to deliver them today, but for some reason wanted a fucking signature, which I don't know why. So I gotta arrange for pickup or whatever from USPS or someone. I don't know. I gotta go through my emails. I'm not doing that here. Yeah. Yes, it's Asake. That is still in Japan and is still being packaged up, I guess. Yeah, I've got someone in Japan that'll receive it for me and hold on to it until I'm in the country. Because I've got I'm going on vacation there in October with my brother. So I figure I can pick it up then when I'm in the country anyway. And I'll probably open it over there and my brother and I will drink it and I'll take everything else back with me. So I have to So I don't have to worry about, alcohol on the plane. Oh, God! Yeah. Okay. There, and then there. Nope. Did Japan Post not ship it? Nope. Apparently not. Apparently EMS doesn't touch the shit. Not for the U.S. or Canada or a list of other countries. It'll ship it to Germany though. Apparently. Found the famous docs page for the command line processing, but it's very thin. Main thing it says is to get more info about running famous XD help. Okay. Supported format, supported commands and corresponding output formats. All right. So I can do it actually. Let's actually try and add that into the make file. Add that make file. Audio sfx.s is going to rely on audio sfx.fmus. That's going to do Fami Studio ASM export. Famitome 2 format? What? No. Fami Studio ASM format. Okay. Fami Studio ASM format K65. Thank you. Okay. And that's going to be... Oh, I got to go input, command, output, then options. That's dumb. Input is going to be the first one. Command is going to be this guy, actually. Paste. And then the output there. It is just famous. Yeah, famous. Yep. Okay. Save. That's not saving, is it? Save. Go to hell. Actually. What? What? Songs S. Why did it break that? I didn't tell it to export that shit. What? Oh, wait. Okay, yep. ASM SFX export. That's what happened. Fuck you. Um, and I don't know if I have that in my sources anywhere. I do. Okay, good. There we go. That's better. That's better. Yeah, because the data format for that's a little different. It's more, you know, compact and pre-processed, right? Well, that was a mistake. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what I want to do there. Place. Yeah. We'll start with that. Q. No, Q out of that, actually. Take place. Okay. Place a block, discover roads to clear. Place block. You know, I think I just place. So we're going to transfer Y to A, Y to A, push it, load X, 0, load A. Let's fix this. Oh, it's just 1 or 0, I guess. Right? Yeah, 0 based. Okay. JSR. Play. Pull A. Put that in Y. I don't like that. Oop. So that's an arpeggiator. This one here, I think? No. Yeah, whatever. Is that file with the index constants also generated? I don't think so. No. 'I can put that on the list, and then include it, I guess. Make file. Family Studio, ASM SFX, generate list. Make. Save, because Control S doesn't fucking work, which is cool. $19.59. That doesn't seem right. Because it isn't. Whatever. I'll worry about it later. It's fine. Did it end up in the same? I don't think so. I don't know why they wouldn't just put it in this, honestly. Why they put it in a different what's up? Different source file. Oh, whatever. All right. Reload. No, I think I want like maybe like a tudund kind of thing. In case you include somewhere else, like, I guess. So let's get rid of. No, this needs to be shorter. How do I set the length on this thing? I forget how I set the length. Arpeggios, yeah, okay. Arpeggio 1, yeah. How the fuck do I change the length on this thing? Like that, okay. The UI on this is not intuitive, honestly. Okay. Lower, maybe. No. Save. Let's try that one. Really low. Maybe if it was shorter? I don't know. Fuck you. Control Z. There it is. Are good ideas because ideas ever change? Yeah. I'll get to it. Okay. So the clear and the place are both on the same channel. So I'm gonna let's see. First, so the clear. Let's try changing that offset. See what that does. If anything. Okay. Interesting. So we're going to do 0 on that one. And let's do 1 on that one. That was the wrong sound for that. All channels... performers? That's really my performers. But yeah, so I'm using the same. What? I'm using the same audio channel. That's what I'm doing with this. The audio channel's overlapping, which whatever. So I broke something. Yeah, white noise. Yay. That wasn't great, but... That channel thing didn't do what I expected it to do, honestly. I'm not. I don't think I'm happy with the arpeggio though. Arpeggiator. This one here. What is this one? No. That's the one on the clear, I think. I know it's what? Yeah, show this one. Thank you. I don't remember doing this one. Can I? One, two, there's two in between there. Can I actually, like, Control A that, and then just, I can. Make, reload. This is a terrible setup so far. Oh my god. What am I doing? That isn't terrible. Well, that isn't that great either, but... Brrrump. Brrrump. I'm not happy with it, though. I need to change that other sound, though. The drop sound. This one. This guy here. God damn it! What? How many? Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does matter. That pisses me off. You right the fuck there. You select. That worked. All right. I'm gonna change that to no arpeggiator on this one. How do I remove that? Make her instrument. Okay. No arpeggio. Cool. So double clicking it deletes it. That's cool. Just put that down there. Save. Okay. Try that again. That wasn't terrible. I'm liking the clear a little better now, I think. very quick, gets out of the way, right? Oop, I wanted that one actually. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm wondering whether they not play sequentially or it's same, honestly. I don't think they do. Yeah, I don't think they do. Okay, what happens if I offset this one by 1? So let me bring up the offset of a sound effect channel should be Family Studio SFX CH0 through CH3. Oh! Okay. That's why things went sideways. I gotta sneeze. Hang on. Ah! So that's not an index. That's a size, an offset. So that's why I was getting that weird shit, probably. Still doesn't change anything for that, though. I don't think. Yeah, I think it's still canceling out the previous sound, which at this point I'm not sure I care. Oh, I need to get rid of that debug thing. Yeah, that's for rotation, right? Basically, if you're eligible for the T-spin bonus, that's what that is, right? So with that R on screen, that's, hey, we just rotated, and we're eligible for a T-spin bonus. Yeah. Something like that, yeah. So where, like the last move was a rotate, right? So you'll notice that when I rotate and like move the piece across like that, it doesn't actually, it clears it out, right? Yeah. Color current piece? Kinda, sorta. It's, actually, yeah, I think it actually is. Because it's taking it from the same palette that the piece is being taken from. I think it's a sprite. Is it a sprite? I don't remember. Might be a sprite. That would explain the color actually being the same. Yeah. If I was using the sprite colors. Oh. Yeah. Uh-oh. 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 That's better. Do I call it 10 combo? No. Why would I? All All right, well, so those are better. All right, I changed this to go down instead of up, right? Or was it always down? Do I want to go up? I think I had it going up before, didn't I? Hard-coded to fucking QWERTY. Go to hell. 10 combo with it. That's not what that means at all, but... no, I don't. All right. That's sound a little weird at times. What do you guys think? Arpeggio up or down? Oh, well, I screwed that up. Cool. Up. I could probably go either way, but yeah, it works. That's not where I should have put that. Preep, preep. That'd be a terrible spot to put that. I wanted to rotate one more time. Well, fix that. I'm bad at this game. So bad. Yeah. More of those. Thank you. And there. Put it there. There we go. Okay, we cleaned up a little bit. The noise channel's a little weird, though, sometimes. On the place, you know? That's not what I wanted to do with there. Whoop. Anyway, okay. It works here too. Not like it wouldn't work here, but. Yeah, okay. Is that not standard? Well, Tetris is trademarked, you see. Which reminds me, I do need to like change the actual name of the ROM. I should probably do that soonish. Maybe this weekend. This week I'll rename it. Yeah. Certat. Well, I figured, what if I just abbreviate totally unique block game, Tubs. Tub game. I don't know. I do need to rename it to something, though. TTRS. Pack letter, how you doing, by the way? Vanix, how you doing? For the second into this live, I'll see this man programming assembly x86-64. Not quite. 6502. So we're not doing x86. It's a little nicer than x86, but welcome. Notris. Not Tetris. I can do that one. I can do that one probably, yeah. I don't like that for the menu sound. Can I put that over there? Where's... Ooh, maybe. Maybe. Save that. Make. What does that sound like? Ooh. Or just Tetra and Richard Tetris. Looks like someone's already parked that. Common name, star.1.com. Okay, well. Yeah, someone's parked it already. So, unfortunately, I can't. I have not played that, no. Ah, my controller died! Oh, no! Ah! This one, this wire. Live! I don't know why it's like a yellowish brown kind of color that they got going on for that, but... Steam, go away! I was... not now, Steam. There we go. Replaced totally with perfect. This becomes perfectly unique block game. Pug? PUBG? Yeah, right. PUBG? No, thank you. Do I want one for, like, selecting something? Like a boop kind of thing? Kind of sound? Get that on the triangle channel, maybe? I need to change. Let's see. Add a new one. Song. Nope. Properties. Menu. Select. Okay. That's only going to be a single pattern. Notes per pattern, like 4. No. Control's easy. We're going to go over here, triangle. Maybe like that. I can't go any shorter than that. Why did it duplicate? It's so candy, right? Yummy. Looks so tasty. Save. I didn't select that from anywhere. Just for shits, we're gonna replace that in let's actually hang on. LS audio. LSL on that. Yeah, still didn't update that list right there. Am I supposed to like give it a like a file name for that? Come on, service. No. Wait, specific MP3, OGG, NSF, ROM export mode, NTSC, default party mode, sure. Clean it, I don't care. So sign engine export specific options. Default disabled. Do I? Is it that? Make. Audio sfx.s. How dare? Candy Crush be similar on the NES or any similar match to there's Mario themed match like puzzle matchy games on the NES. Yeah. So fascinating they have this advanced interface in such a low level language like this. What you mean, like this stuff here? Whoop. Okay. Control Z. How do I unselect everything? Clear section. There it goes. Or you mean this right here, like this UI? This took a while to get right. Well, actually, this one didn't take too long to get right. It took a little bit of planning though, that's for sure. So if I open up the background layer, I'm doing all of it on the background layer. Tilemap viewer. So you'll see that it actually changes on the background there. If I go to the attribute display mode, you can see kind of like what I'm doing. All right. I'm basically just changing the color palette for certain tiles. Do I? I think I actually changed I load up different palettes as well. I think. Yes, I do. So I load up whatever palette is I'm currently highlighting, essentially. So it's the different shades and all that kind of shit. Yeah. I'm guessing that it's trying to be helpful when dragging the notes, assuming that you'll be more likely to want a new note than you want to make. Yeah, I guess. Is the selection just a counter that you based on D-pad movement? Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's a little more complex than that. So for a list like this, it is strictly, you can also see the crap is not doing over there. For this, it is a straight, hit up, decrement, hit down, increment, right? Very straightforward for this list right here. For this, it's a little bit different. Same for this one. It's a little bit different for these. Where I basically have a map of what I have selected and what the different directions from that selection can go to, right? So if I go over to menu ASM, I think it's this one. Yeah. So it's this right here. The movement, right? So these are all the menu cell. Those are all this right here. It's an enum. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then, yeah. So the first one is the game select, right? Second one on the list is that's the values for the score option if you're on that. This one's the modes. And then these are the two at the bottom, right? Versus and options. And each entry in this is what happens when I press that direction on the D-pad. Up, down, left, and right in that order, right? So if I press up and I'm already on game, it stays on game. That's what that is. If I hit down, it goes to versus mode. If I hit right, or left rather, it stays on game. If I hit right, it goes to scores. Yeah. Yeah, it's 2D movement. Yeah. So it's a map of enums, essentially. Mm. Yeah, the underlying idea is the same. Yeah, I just map it out a little differently. And I'm doing some weird shit with, like, the palettes and the actual selections. So each of these has different IRQ functions, right? For setting and clearing the colors, right? So these are set for two separate functions. There's a clear and a select, right? So the clear function does just that. It clears out that selection. And they both use the same routines. Yes, they use the same routines. But I think it's... Where's the IRQ? It's a very simple IRQ right here, where if it has the functions to do, it jumps to the clear. JSR is cleared. JSR select. And that's just these. The clear loads 0 into everything, and then goes to the clear function, right? So that resets it to the base palette, and the select selects the different palettes, right? A, X, and Y are different. The different palette colors, kind of, in there. Yeah, well, kind of palette colors. It's more of the first one is. Yeah, the first one's a palette, and then the second two are changing banks for something. Yeah, because it changes all the colors, and then it changes the banks for a lot of the stuff. Or not a lot of the stuff, but for a bunch of the stuff to get the right colors on some of the tiles. Because some of the line tiles, some of the box tiles themselves are a single tile, right? So if I go back over to this guy here, go back to default mode, zoom in a little bit. See right there? So in between the start and high scores, that's a single tile. But I've got to color it a little bit differently, depending on which one is selected. So it chooses a different bank for that tile, depending on what's selected. No. Do you program your list to go back to the first item selection when you press down on the last item? For the main menu, no. For these, yes. So this will wrap around both directions. So this is the generic list, which is also over here, where it'll wrap around. God damn! It's only 9 o'clock. Why am I yawning so hard? All right, let's add that sound effect to a few more menus. This needs to be that, and yeah, that's fine. You like that? It's not what I wanted. I don't know what the hell that all is, though. That's neat. Options menu, yeah. Or no, for this, I can actually just go into the menu. Ah! Oh, because that's the screen. God damn it. Basic menu. This is what I need. I need to rename a bunch of this shit. All right. Paste. Yoink. Paste. Make. Okay. So that should change it for 2 other menus. It did not. That's cool. DT Cannon is not an on-off. What? Oh, that's just in the wraparound. Try that again. There we go. I don't know why DT Cannon had something in there before. That was weird. All right. Now the mode menu. Clobbering something? Maybe? I don't know. Possibly. All right. Menu select dir. That is a routine. No, it's not a routine, son of a bitch. Yoink, paste. 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 Yeah, okay, good. Not sure what yeah, I don't know what's used in those particular places either, honestly. Which means, yeah, it could be clobbering like Y and shit, right? I should really like back up X and Y. Or at least Y. I don't know. What was the other one? No, it was basic menu. Yeah, I was doing it after the wraparound stuff. So load X, decrement, store, and then I was doing it after that. Next time X is used, I don't know. That's what it shouldn't have. Really fucking weird, honestly. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I should probably have something for what's it? Selecting an item as well. I don't know. really tired all of a sudden. I don't like this. Bleep. So, dear, how you doing? Sound effects. Hello, hello, hello. How's your day going? Hopefully it's going swell. Yeah, so we're working on sound effects today. Getting them sorted. Getting them in places that make sense. And playing terrible Tetris. Oh my god. Being really bad at the game. Holy shit. Holy ball sacks. Put that over there. Put that over there. Put that there. It's not a great spot for it, but it'll work. And that's a terrible spot for that. Oh my god. Oh, good. Start works. They say I had a real fight. Oh, yeah. So the power went out at work on, what was that? Tuesday? Wednesday? I don't even remember, honestly. When did I post about that? The 22nd. Tuesday. Fucking how you doing? Yeah, so next door is like a power substation, distribution station, whatever. There's like high voltage lines going over our parking lot, right? Earlier in the day, there was a bit of a flicker on the lights. I'm like, uh-oh, that isn't good. But I didn't really think much of it because I was busy. All right. And then I want to say like 20 minutes after I got out of a meeting, all of a sudden, I see lights turn off. Right? Out on the floor, in rapid succession, out on the floor, a closer office, the hallway. And then after all that, my screens died. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. And I waited a second, and it didn't come back. And I'm like, oh no. It's not just a flicker. Shit. Welp. Let's see if the batteries survive. Falling sand. Oh my god. Falling sand and never. Good luck. Good luck. Has everyone have a job interview tomorrow? Ooh, good luck. Nice. Let me know how that goes. But yeah, so once I realized that power was not coming back on and it was 12:30, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to lunch. So I walk outside, and there's a fire truck in the parking lot. I'm like, oh, that's probably related. Then I look over at the power company, and there's smoke. And I go, oh, they let out the magic smoke. They should know not to do that. That needs to stay inside. So I left for lunch. And I get to the place where I'm having lunch, right? And my phone rings. And it's a coworker in another location. And she's like, hey, you didn't call so-and-so yet. And it's been a little while. And you're offline on Teams. So what happened? Or it was more of like, why didn't you call yet? And I went, so the power died. So I couldn't call. I'm getting a sandwich. Coincidence? Purely for sure. Yeah, right? Coincidence? So she was all mad that I wasn't, I don't know, waving a fucking magic wand to move a print file around or whatever the hell, right? She was crawling up my ass, being like, hey, get this print file to production. Let's go. It needs to print today. And I'm like, bitch, the printers are turned off. Nothing's getting printed right now. Go get a coffee. All right? Nothing's moving at all. Stop it. I'll move it when shit gets back up. So the power comes on, and because my laptop has a battery. Oh, see, that's the thing, Luke. It was out for about a half an hour. The batteries last about 15 minutes. If we're lucky. Yeah, how do you propose I do that while the power is out? So power comes back up, right? My laptop was like, hey, I see a network. I don't know who I am, though. What do you mean? Yeah, I can't get an IP address. You just had one. Use that one. I don't remember it. Fuck you. Don't got a coffee too hard for yeah. Printers. No, so the printers aren't hooked up to any of those. It's just the servers for the battery backups, and those are kind of old, kind of shitty. And when I had a peek the other day, a few of them were flashing me like, "Hey, hey, attention, hey!" So honestly, they probably didn't even last 15 minutes, if I'm being frank. But yeah, so I go to like turn shit on or whatever, right? And the people that like aren't on a laptop, they turn on and the cache wasn't cleared or whatever the hell, right? So I just used its own old IP address, and I'm like, oh no. So I get a hold of IT. He calls me, and I'm like, hey, so I don't have internet because I can't get an IP address. And he's like, huh. Well, that's probably because the domain controllers are still restarting. Yes, controllers, plural. Tohex, how you doing? And I'm like, oh. Yeah, that'll do it. I was going to statically set an IP address. Can you give me some of the numbers that I need? He's like, yes. He helped me out. I got back online. I'm like, cool. All right. I start to see what servers are turned on. The Red Hat server was up fucking immediately, by the way. That one was up like first fucking try. No waiting for that one. Unfortunately, it mounts a bunch of drives in other places. Those places were not up and running yet. So Red Hat was not up and running, technically. Power came back around 1 o'clock. The domain controllers were restarting, updating Windows, and restarting, and applying updates for the next 4 fucking hours. Domain controllers, both of them, took 4 hours to boot back up because they had Windows updates to install. Yeah, Windows domain controllers. Server 2016, I wish they're all server 2012. Ah! So you hit start, and it does that stupid Windows 8 bullshit start screen crap on every fucking server. And it drives me up a wall. It's so terrible. It's so bad. Yeah, we don't know what the fuck modern is. Hey, by the way, so lucky. Welcome. Oh, it's so bad. Managed to work for someone mastering the art of replacing a single point of failure with multiple independent points of failure. Yes. There's so many separate points of failure. Oh my god. And so many programs, like, if things don't go exactly according to plan, these programs don't exception handle. They don't error handle. They don't check for errors half the time. There's an error, typically, it just fucking crashes. It'll show an error code, a 3-character error code, a letter and 2 numbers, and then an address that means fuck all to me. It'll show that for 5 seconds, crash, and go back to a menu. And it's like, fuck you. We think keeping those servers decently up to date is on Windows updates will be a main part of IT's job. You would think that, wouldn't you? Might I remind you, IT, where I am, brought down a production server one day. The one day I was fucking out that week. I forget why. The one day I had off in the middle of the fucking week, it was like a Wednesday or Thursday or some shit, right? He decided to attempt to upgrade the RAM in a physical server that hosted the VMs. Attempted to. Because he put the RAM in it and it wouldn't post anymore. So he tried to get that working for a little while, so went, oh well, pulled the RAM out and it still wouldn't post. Right, funeral, that's why. I was at a fucking funeral. And then, yeah, I get home from the funeral, I knock out, right? Become Greatest, how you doing? Yeah, RAM for the server, yeah. Funeral for the server, might as well have been. I knock out, I fall asleep, I wake up around 8 o'clock at night, right? Now, I have a friend that works night shift in production, actually printing, right? So he sends me a message on Discord around like 6 o'clock. He goes, hey, you around? No reason. Usually, that tone means, hey, fire, help. So I wake up, roll over, and go, yeah, I guess. I don't want to be around, but why? What happened? Because I'd rather deal with it tonight than tomorrow. So, we've been dead in the water since noon. It's 9 o'clock. What the fuck you mean noon? 8 hours you've been dead in the water? He goes, yeah, IT got the server turned on again, but nothing is in the print queue. And the head of IT can't figure out why. And then I go, oh, I know exactly what's wrong. Grab my laptop, try to log in, but I changed my password a few days before. So the autosave password on the VPN thing locked me the fuck out. Cool, thanks, appreciate it. Great design on this shit. So I then walked my friend through logging into a server that he shouldn't have the password for. He already had the password for it. I'll come back to that. Put a pin in that. So he logs into the server, and I'm like, go here, turn this off, or turn this service off, right? Unhide these files, wait an eternity. Yeah, it's Archywoods, yeah. Turn the service back on, and he goes, oh my God, print files. I'm like, yeah! head of IT is a moron. So the next day I come in, right? And it's like, so about that. I'm like, yeah. The head IT was sitting at this at the computer on the floor. The head of IT struggling. It's 5 o'clock, struggling to get this thing back online. He goes to log into the server, and he goes, huh. I don't know the password to the server. So he turns and looks at my friend, who has nothing to do because there's no print files in the print queues. So he's just standing watching, right? So he turns over and he says, hey, I don't suppose you know this password. Just shot in the dark. You probably don't, but I'm going to ask anyway. And he goes, funny you should ask. Because I do. SSH keys for RDP? Okay. He had to take a second, though, and be like, okay, is this a trap? Is this guy trying to see if I know a thing I shouldn't know and then get me in trouble? No, he's not smart enough for that. Took a few seconds for that to play out in his mind. So he gives him the password. He logs into the desktop, stares at it for 3 seconds and goes, I don't know what's wrong, and then fucking leaves. That's the IT I deal with. Fucking dumbass. So no, I do not trust IT to do fucking anything. So yeah, that afternoon was filled with me getting shit up and running again and waiting for shit to start again. It's filled with that. Meanwhile, people are, hey, can you get this print file to production? And I'm like, fuck off! You told me already about the goddamn print file! Mail-in services? Yeah. IT isn't supposed to come from incompetent. It's not supposed to, but sometimes it does, and it's frustrating. So we have a brand new Canon roll-to-roll printer. Big fuck-off printer, right? We've had a hell of a time getting this goddamn thing running, right? So we've had some back and forth with the Canon techs to how do you do this, how do you do that, this broke, that broke, how do we fix this, that kind of shit, right? So, like last month or so, right, I emailed the print supervisor in Florida being like, hey, does the preview thing work for you? Because it doesn't for me. It errors out. He emails back, oh, no, I'm seeing it error out too. I'm going to put in a ticket. I'm like, thank you. He puts in a ticket to Canon. Fast forward to half an hour, my phone rings. It's the Canon tech. He goes, hey, I called you because I don't want to talk to the other guy. He actually said that. I hear you're having trouble with the preview. And I'm like, I'm flattered, but I was busy, damn it. Fuck. So yeah, I'm the one that can fix shit apparently. And everyone knows that. What's his issue with Archie? The Canon tech? It was during the day, and Archie is night shift, so he wouldn't have called. I don't even think he has his number. Well, he might. I don't know. Believe me, Archie is buddy with the night techs. Believe me. They text. Don't worry. one of the Xerox techs, the senior Xerox tech. He's in like a God, what is it? Like one of those sports betting pools with a bunch of other people in the office. So a bunch of people that he normally never interacts with has his number. I do not want to be working in IT. Do not. I've been there. Do not want to do it. I do not want to do it. Get promoted? That's a demotion right there. That is a straight up fucking demotion. Not happening. No. 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 But yeah, so people come to me before going to IT because they know, for one, I'll know what the fuck they're talking about, for starters, and there's like a 50% chance I'll be able to fix whatever it is they're having trouble with. So they'll even come to me like, hey, can you reset a password for me? Now, the sad thing is, I have to ask, password for what? Because my answer changes depending on what they respond with. If it's a Windows password or email or whatever the fuck, I can't touch it. I can't do that. If they have to get into the Red Hat machine, boy howdy can I fuck with that. Be better at their jobs than they are, but yeah, no one of that job is perfectly reasonable. Yeah. In most cases, the original problem is not with incompetent IT people. The problem is most often the HR people who have no clue about anything in a company and only know how to tick boxes. So incompetent people end up in responsible positions. That actually hits it right on the fucking head, honestly. In the past, Jojo can attest to this one. HR has been absolutely brain dead and doesn't know how to look for people, doesn't know how to try to entice someone to join the company. Archibald's had to chase down HR. Be like, hey, did you get the thing? Hey, I need this other thing. Hey, HR, hey, I kind of want to work here. Hey. Thankfully, with this split and merge, those HR people are no longer at the company. They went in the other direction with the split. Thank God. And fails to remove for someone better? Yes. Yep. I'm doing programming in 80s and the 90s code. Yeah, so the program that went tits up this morning, the earliest noted date in the comments is 1993. Current production code started in 93-ish. Modified fucking yesterday. Love when I receive a task and open the mainframe code 1989. Yeah, I don't think any of our current production code goes back that far. That said, I have found green bar printouts of code from 1982 or 83. Which is older than I am at that point. That's older than me. Thankfully, that code is long gone. That code's nowhere to be fucking found anymore. Except for the green bar paper. Still, not anymore. We don't actually use the green bar printer anymore. So that was actually decommissioned a while back. That said, in these old programs, especially the big bank one, is, hey, make sure the printer's turned on and then hit enter so we can print the reports. Hey, is the printer ready? Because, yeah, green bar paper. It was printed on that. 1989 code is probably better quality than anything from the last 10 to 15 years. It can be. It can be. But believe me, there was dog shit code in every goddamn year. The code I deal with has 30 years of spaghetti. And oh fuck. It's so goddamn painful. It's so goddamn painful. Like nested ifs that are like 4 or 5 levels deep. Which may not sound that bad until you realize that the second nested level is 1,000 fucking lines. And the top nested level's fucking like 1,050 lines or some shit. And that's all inside of a fucking loop, by the way, that is 5,000 lines long. Because go to hell. So you don't know where anything is, where you hope that you're in the scope you think you're in. Because, by the way, indentation's all over the fucking place. So you can't trust that either. Master discusses the code from people who just import anything they want from anywhere. Yeah, so this one, hey, go to hell. Yeah. This one isn't like importing from anywhere. It's more of just 30 years of different hands touching the code and 30 years of changes. Like every single month, that code changes. Just about. The bank wants to add something new or change this or change that. Yeah. One of the problems with working with such codes is that sometimes all you can do is perpetuate it and write more dog shit code because nothing else will work with the rest. Yes. And if you want to refactor like a little bit of it, surprise, you're now refactoring half the fucking file. Oh, and you broke absolutely everything. Have fun untangling that. Good luck. One of the programs I wrote a year or two ago actually had a label, hell, so I could specifically write go to hell in the code. That, honest to God, is in production code today. Because I thought it was really funny. Actually, that customer may have left, though. Because the CSR that was handling that is a dipshit and forgot to renew their contract. But on the plus side, that customer was dumb and colored the entire page in ink. Or covered the entire page in ink. Just soaked it. Because code from hell? Come from hell. Yeah, right? At least it's not that. It was like water bills and tax bills and shit, right? So before they used us, they had another vendor that just used colored stock, right? Like green paper, blue paper, whatever the fuck, right? And they wanted to keep that. So we painted the entire page a solid color on the roll printer and just drenched the page in ink. Oh, yeah, believe me, I remember that stuff. Yeah. I remember that. Are Booleans equal? Yeah, that'll resurface every once in a while. That was a few jobs ago. Yeah. Eventually, everyone in programming there got laid off. Computed come from? Thankfully, I haven't had to deal with that in any production code. It's come close, but yeah. Them wanted to keep the color stock, but needed to use a printer that couldn't use that stock. Well, yeah, so yeah, a big fuck off roll, right? And they wanted to keep it color, so you need to be color coordinated or whatever, color coded. Yeah, I think so, Luke. Yeah. So for other companies that wanted to, or other jurisdictions that wanted to do the same thing, that one of the other CSRs had, she went, wait a minute, there's a better way to do this. Stop. We're not coloring the whole goddamn page. Instead, we're going to take the color you want, and we're going to put a strip of that color down the side. That's what we're going to do. Just a little strip of color down the side. It's going to look much better, and we're not going to waste that much ink. And they went for it. The other municipalities love that. Can't they get rolls of colored paper? I don't think so, actually. And you don't want to have to buy a half-ton roll of paper for a customer that prints once every 3 months. You don't want to do that. And every goddamn color, every single run of theirs was a different color. There was like 4 or 5 colors for this shit. Right? So you would need an entire roll of colored paper for one goddamn job. No, absolutely not. That's not happening. That's not happening. Get enough info on stream to find your place of work. Not gonna tell it if I found something matching your image. The image you posted at the power station. DM that to me. I'm curious if you got it right. You probably did. I mean, oh. Oh. God. Yeah. I got a DM from Arky Boots' wife the other day. Oh my God, this company's website's terrible. Jamaica, since we have been bought, no. Not anymore. Do a reverse CMYK for color for some colorways. Black paper and use white ink for the key instead of the black. We don't do that here. But yeah, I'll work at a circus. Circus, absolute goddamn circus. Hopefully it gets better, but I don't know. We'll see. I was on a call the other day, a meeting. It was with the company that acquired us, right? And their like head of operations or whatever, like the COO, right? And the systems architect and like 2 of the developers or whatever, right? And they want to know why I haven't made much progress on a certain project that we're all involved in, right? For my location. And I'm like, oh, well, that's because I was out on the floor trying to figure out the perf machine on the perforator on the Canon, the new printer. And the COO is like, why are you involved? So I told him point blank, if I am not involved, it will not get done. Period. And we need that thing working for another project I am working on. So if I am not involved, it will not get done. Why? We are severely understaffed. I really want to talk to that guy. One-on-one without my direct boss there. I really want to talk to him. Chasing down zebras to get the guy loose. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Discord, come on. Come on, Discord. Can I not open DMs if streamer mode is enabled? That's bullshit. No, I am looking at my DM page. Except DM. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Well, that fence is gone now, though. Recently viewed. How dare you? How dare you, sir? Madam, sir. I don't know. Slip of the tongue. I'm sorry. But yeah, I am always chasing. I'm always chasing something down. Every goddamn day, I'm chasing something down. And I hate it so badly. But yeah, so they just went over like some new benefit bullshit the other day. Like it's I don't know, benefit crap. It basically boils down to retirement plans shit. And I'm like, neat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to retire, so this probably won't fucking affect me. Thanks. So what I have to do is never say anything about your life. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not too worried about it. That said, I don't, like, spew it from a mountaintop, you know? Acquired, state, and power station. In that order. So you looked up acquisitions then, didn't you? Yep, there you go. Yeah. It's a big name now, apparently. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but yeah. I don't know. And I can guarantee that that some of you have heard of our customers. Some of our customers, anyway. Some of them are fucking big. No. There's one customer. This is a new one. They do some government stuff, right? Well, yeah, government pays them for a service. I think utility type thing, right? And it was discovered that this company printed or processed government statements in like fucking India or something, right? So the government found out about that and went, the fuck you don't? Move that shit stateside yesterday. So we were able to grab that work. 7,000 clients? No. Nowhere fucking near that. So it's one of the craziest, me included, mostly Penguin. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a major worry right now. Not that our phones fucking work, I think, but yeah. 7,000 clients. That's maybe over like the lifetime of the company, but we do not have currently 7,000 clients. I guarantee you that. My location has like 50 maybe. Phone line got cut. At one point, yes, actually. So, we had the old copper lines, right? And every phone company is getting rid of the copper lines, right? I think this particular one is Verizon. It doesn't really narrow anything down. But they were aggressively pushing moving to VoIP, right? And getting rid of the copper lines. And I guess they sent our company notice a few times, right? Which we promptly fucking ignored. Being like, oh, no, they'll never get rid of it. No, they can't. They can't get rid of it. Verizon went, all right, bet. And turned off our phone service. Oops. 5G. No, VoIP. Voice over IP. Not 5G is a wireless thing. Long story short, we now have VoIP. We're switched over. No. But anyway. I actually need to wrap up, I think. 7K if they count the clients of your clients. I mean, maybe. That's cheap though. So like the big banks, they'll have 7,000, sure. We don't though. The old one, yeah, she's a fucking idiot. Direct MS Teams calls to also ring your phone. No, yeah, the old one. Yeah, that old one. She's a moron. She is everything that was wrong with the company. Everything that was wrong with the company. Made every wrong decision you could make. Was in the business for far too goddamn long. Didn't know how to innovate or move forward. This company was stuck in the early 2000s, right? Like 2006 or 2003 maybe. Company is cemented there, and it couldn't move forward. It couldn't move forward with her at the helm. So thankfully, she's gone now. She's gone now. She's off with the company that we split from. Yeah. Yeah, you should see the one of the old HR ladies. I might still have a picture somewhere of her, because the picture that they chose to like put on the employee portal is her looking dead into the camera, right? But like with sunken eye sockets, right? So it looks like a deer in headlights. It's like, ah! It's like, you look at it, ah! Oh shit! Oh, now you're there. Think someone else's problem? Yeah, thank God. Thank God she's someone else's problem. Holy shit. So happy she's someone else's problem now. So fucking happy. But, yeah. Anyway, I need to wrap up. I'm tired. I'm falling asleep already. This isn't good. But, Japanese countries, I feel like keeping the same CEO for reasons simply respectable royalty hurts the company of innovation. It's not just that. There's a whole rant I can get into about what I know of anyway. The work ethic over there and the work culture, which granted isn't that much, but I know enough of it to know that I do not want to work in Japan. No. But anyway, I need to wrap up. I'm tired. I'm falling asleep. Short stream tonight, but we'll deal with it. I'll be back on Sunday. Commit? Yeah, I'll commit off stream. It's fine. I'll commit off stream in a minute. I need to sleep. This has been a long week. Shit at work has broken every goddamn day. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Can I ask you a question? Sure. How do you say your name? Star Legend God. Is that it? I'm just going to call you Star if that's all right. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome. It's difficult without capitals in your name. Any good resources? Yes, actually. Ba-da-ba. So the wiki for everything reference, right? Hardware, software, mappers, PPU stuff, how scrolling works, how the audio shit works. Fantastic resource. Recommend starting here, the Nerdy Nights tutorial. Main tutorial series. It goes over some really basic stuff of how the system works, how to get stuff on screen. It hurts. Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? How the assembly kind of works, right? For the assembly itself, for me, this works for me. This probably won't work for you, but I just straight up read a manual from the 70s. This works for me. Probably won't work for you. There are more learning resources and programming guides and all that kind of stuff on the NestDev wiki. Highly recommend this wiki, by the way. Fantastic resource. Now do the XA. No, thank you. No, so those aren't down power lines. Yeah, the manufacturer manual. No power lines fell. It was like a transformer that blew, like next door or something. I don't know. But yeah, those are my resources that I give to you. Yeah, do I have one for the assembler or something like that? Yeah, the assembler I use, the assembler suite I use. No, not Capital One. This one right here. CC65. That's what I use. I really enjoy it. Works really well. Sorry for the flashbang, by the way. It's got some great documentation as well for all kinds of stuff, how things work, and the the assembly directives and the likes. Yeah. And as far as image stuff, like getting graphics or whatever on, I've written my own utilities for that. And there are a bunch of others that have more UI-centric stuff. If you have a look at the NES Devs Discord server, so there's right here, this little link right here, NES Dev Discord. Okay, well, it doesn't want to highlight correctly, but yeah, the NES Dev Discord. And the forums. Discord's a bit more active, though. But there's a bunch of people on there that'll help. That'll help you figure out things and whatnot. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Messin 2. Right. Messin 2. Oh, that's what it was. Tools. Thank you. Tools. Yeah. So I use Vim for the text editor. You don't think you have to. Any text editor will do. The emulator's Messin, this guy here. Highly recommend this emulator. Oh, I paused. Highly recommend this emulator because of the debugging tools. They are phenomenal. Phenomenal debugging tools. Right? Where I can see like the background layers and the sprite layers and all that kind of stuff separately, you know. Let's see, where sprite viewer. There's the sprites. Go on top of the screen. All kinds of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I need to get going. I'm tired. Seems like, yeah, they were close. There was somebody on top of it when I walked outside, which is nice. A very accurate emulator, yes. Point in case, it works fine here. In FCEUX, another emulator, the sprites are broken because of course they are. But this emulator matches hardware, which I think actually, hang on. Yeah, matches hardware, which is this. This is my ROM running on a Famicom off screen right here, by the way. This is running on real hardware, so fun. Even though it's kinda. This is the only emulator that I know of that actually can play StudyBox stuff. There is another one that claims to, Nintendulator or something like that. I think it's called, something like Nintendulator or something like that. I have it downloaded somewhere. It references the StudyBox in its source code. However, it does not implement it. It does not play any of the tapes, unfortunately. So this is the only emulator that actually can do that. These guys here. Oh. Kinda. Remember StudyBox emulator? Damn, I'm dumb. You're fine. But Sour was one of the ones that helped us get this working. So you've had a USB tape deck? What? No, it does not load from tape. No. It has to be in a specific format. It has to be in a very, very specific format. It's already basically a decoded tape, right? So no, you can't do it. And the reason you can't is because the tape deck is controlled by the ROM. It's not one of those where you just hit play and it loads into memory and then it just runs from memory. The ROM actually controls seeking on the tape. So and stopping and starting and all that kind of crap. So no, you wouldn't be able to do that. Nope. As an example, I remember thinking of a very tricky method for NES code to detect whether it is running in an emulator using the side effects of DMC DMA to on Open Bus. When I implemented, it worked fine, except messing was detected as hardware. Beautiful. Have you ever seen kanji on the Famicom? Not really. You'll see it in like title screens, certainly. If it's anything that's like RPG heavy or RPG or like gambling or whatever the hell. You might not see it in like dialogue text, but you will absolutely see it for like labels and shit. But this, everything, absolutely everything, all the graphics are coming from the tape, so they have all the space they could ever want on that tape. So they just load all that shit directly off the tape. There's even like more than one copy of everything on that tape. Just because it's easier to do that than to rewind the tape, load it from there, then fast forward, whatever. So yeah, this guy, this is a recurring character. He's on the tape so many goddamn times, right? His graphics, because he's in like every single segment, right? See, he's in it over here. Of course, that's not the different size or whatever. You get the idea. You get the idea. Anyway, we do need to rate somebody. We're gonna go say hi to somebody. We're gonna go say hi to someone. Who are we saying hi to though? I think we're gonna say hi to this person. Duel's little brother. Yeah, right. Who was that? Like Ohm or something like that? I think her name was Ohm or Watt or something like that. So there's this character and like another character. One of them is named Ohm. I think the other one's named Watt. But yeah. Anyway, come with me to say hi. I would really appreciate it. I'll be back on Sunday, doing more Tetris stuff probably. I don't know about the audio stuff. I might do a lot of that off stream. Like a bug in error from Zelda. Yeah, right. But yeah, I don't know. I did see some original Metroid stuff in a video the other day that was implemented terribly. I'm like, ooh, well, I kind of want to try my hand at that. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go get some sleep. You guys have a good night, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.